Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Joshua Campbell Torrance, and I'm the Executive Director here at the Bennington Museum. One of the things I love about the Bennington Museum is its rich diversity of collections, everything from modern art to folk art to antique cars to farm objects, you name it, archives, library. It's really a little bit about everything, great sculpture. And today we're going to talk about a really great painting, one of my more favorite paintings here in the museum, a painting that has kind of an interesting local story as well.
Good morning. So here we are in front of John Atherton's The Ore Pit. And so just to kind of orientate you, a lot of times people look at this painting and don't quite know what they're looking at first. It is very much of an abstract scene, but the title gives us a little bit of a hint. So here we're looking at what looked like a pile of boards on fire, and we're looking down into a kind of vast mining landscape. These are probably like truck roads. John Atherton was one of a cadre of illustrators who moved to and lived in Arlington, Vermont in the 1940s, through the 40s into the 50s. Probably most famous of all of them, of course, is Norman Rockwell, who moved to Arlington in 1939 and lived there to 1953. Atherton moved there in 1945 and lived there until 1952 when he died in a tragic accident. He actually moved to Arlington to be near the Battenkill River. And of course, people may know that the Battenkill River is world famous as a trout fishing river. And John Atherton was an avid fisherman. In fact, he may be better known for his covers for the Saturday Evening Post, in which he painted very almost photorealistic images of fly fishing gear, creels, the sort of accoutrement that he would have been so intimate with as a fly fisherman and tie flyer. And actually, he drowned in a fishing accident in 1952. But unlike many of his other illustrator friends in Arlington, like Rockwell, as well as Mead Schaefer, Gene Pelham, he didn't only paint in this kind of Saturday Evening Post illustrator realist style. He also experimented with a lot of modern art styles. And this is one of his kind of abstracted modern landscapes, depicting the extraction of mineral resources from the land, and kind of, I don't know if he was trying to make a personal statement about, the way in which we treat the earth. It's kind of a little bit of an ominous feeling landscape with the fire in the foreground. But he exhibited works like these modern abstract paintings at the Levy Gallery in New York City, which was famous for kind of promoting American surrealism in the 1940s when it crossed the pond during the Second World War from Europe. And so Atherton is one of those fascinating artists who was really able to bounce between really diverse styles from, like I said, those kind of almost photorealist covers on the Saturday Evening Post to these more abstract modern landscapes and still lifes and portraits that he was painting and exhibiting at galleries in New York City in the 1940s.
Well, thank you so much, Jamie, for a description of this wonderful painting here at the Bennington Museum. Again, there's a little bit of something for everyone here at the Bennington Museum. We're lucky in one sense as a staff. Now that we are permitted to be back in the building, we are at appropriate social distance and with all of our precautions, certainly. But we're lucky that we can be around these objects, and we don't take that for granted because they bring so much to us. These paintings, these objects, these things in this museum are so powerful, and we can't wait to share that experience again with you, because part of the equation of a museum is not just really great objects, but it's the joy we have when we see you, our guests, enjoying what we have to offer. So until that day when you're able to be back here with us in the gallery, we hope that you consider making a contribution to support our efforts here, our efforts to bring the museum back stronger than ever. But more importantly, we ask that you stay strong, you stay safe, and you stay creative. We can't wait to see you again soon. Until then, enjoy another Tour at 10.